What's it like for God to discipline us? This is Dan from sermonsnack.com, bite-sized truths in 5 minutes or less. And I recall when I was about grade 7, I was starting to develop a little side business that my dad had helped me with. And this involved going down the street with a lawnmower and cutting one of our neighbors' lawns. And they actually paid me a good amount. And it was this great gig as someone in grade 7. I was making great money. And I have this really vivid memory of a Saturday morning. I was scheduled to play soccer probably later in the morning around 10 o'clock. I was excited to sleep in. It wasn't a school morning. And lo and behold, this Saturday morning, I got woken up at something like 7 a.m. And as a grade 7 kid, that's ridiculous. And so my dad wakes me up and he says, I was driving by the lawn that you mowed yesterday, and you did a really bad job, and it's not acceptable, and we're going to go fix it right now. So I dragged myself out of bed. I went with him, and we walked down the street, and my dad watched as I had to fix each of the parts where I had carelessly left the grass growing longer or missed entire sections and really just done a poor job. And I remember it because it was unpleasant at the time. It was unfortunate, but there was something really, really good about it in terms of work ethic, about learning to, take pride in your work or to look back and make sure something's done well or done completely or done in a way that's fair for the price that was paid. I also remember a situation when I was playing volleyball, and I just remember the coach had given this tip of saying, hey, when you're playing defense, put your feet on the back line, and so we keep on doing that. But in the heat of the rallies and the moment, sometimes you'd creep forward, and the coach was just getting so frustrated. Keep your feet on the back line. And at one point he finally said, that's it. And he took me off the floor. And I just remember being so shocked by it. But it was the right thing. It got my attention. It made me aware of it. And it wasn't that the coach was actually, seeing me as less or saying that my value was less as a human. It wasn't derogatory in any way. It was about, you're missing the mark on being a better volleyball player. Or with my dad with the lawn mowing, it was like, you have a better opportunity here to be a better business person in the quality of your work. And I think that when we think of discipline, sometimes we just think of God being like upset at us, and it's just sort of this arms crossed disappointment that you've done poorly, rather than this kind of sense of, I want to help you get better here. I want to teach you. I want to confront you on this. I want to convict you about the things that you're missing the mark. But it's not for the sake of just making you feel bad or guilty. It's to actually pull you forward towards something wholesome and to learn how to do this the right way. And that's what it means, I think, for us to, not make light of the Lord's discipline and to have the sense that that's what it means for a father to love their child, is to discipline them so that they will live a good life, a healthy life, and they can experience the best that they have for us. And that's, I think, what God wants. Even in moments where he disciplines us, it's so that we can learn and experience the best that he has for us. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or visit us online at sermonsnack.com.